Howdy guys, it is 9:32 on Monday night, November 3rd. Get out and vote tomorrow. Can't complain if you don't vote. And I want to share a little very specific feedback. At this point, I've graded everyone's week 1 threaded discussions, and there is specific feedback from your journals to help you go forward in working your way toward your signature assignment comparative ed paper. For several people on the journals, I've specifically asked a couple of questions. Email me your responses. I work very hard in this class in particular to get you feedback as soon as possible because we do move forward so quickly, and I don't want you wasting time on something that is just so big. You're going to be working on it for 3,000 years, or you're coming at your topic already from a negative or a judgmental perspective. Remember, comparative ed is about exploring. It's about examining. It's about discovery. It's not about judging or ranking. So, if you got that feedback, think about it. Maybe even do a little tiny bit of research. Something isn't quite, not right. And then get back to me as soon as possible so we can move forward on a very clear path. Now, with the threaded discussions, some people will see their grade and go, woohoo. Some people will see their grades and go, And some people will see their grades and go, what? It's week 1, guys. It's week 1. It's a new class, except for the students who've had me before, and they have the scars and battle wounds to validate that they've had me before. I may run the threaded discussions differently than other people do. It is what it is. But the rubric is crafted the way it is, and this particular rubric has been used in this class for over a year, and it's parallel to the one used in 609, and it's parallel to the one used in 1,000 other courses. It's actually the base that's used in quite a few ed courses. It's crafted in a very specific fashion to empower you guys, each one of you as individuals, to have more ownership of your learning process. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that it demands inquiry. It's not about being reactive and simply tacking on, what we read each week to what you already know. It's about examining a topic, and yes, it usually does start with reading or video, or sometimes both, and then asking you to look inside yourself and figure out what more you want to learn about that. What are you curious about? Don't wait for other people to ask questions. That's not owning your process. That's waiting for someone else to direct where your learning goes. This class in particular, when I say ownership of the learning, what I mean is that you're bringing your own personal sense of inquiry to each topic. Now, related to that is the requirement for one valid outside resource for each discussion. What does that mean? It means that you find this blog or this news article or this video interesting to the topic. It takes it forward. It raises questions for you, or it offers you a different way of examining what we're exploring, discussing, deconstructing, all in an effort to craft a richer neural net of understanding that is affective, values, emotions, behavioral, your hands, waka waka, actions, decisions, choices, as well as cognitive, right? Your head, your heart, and your hands. Critical thinking, the number one pathway to truly engaging in critical thinking is to engage in your own sense of inquiry, okay? If you're waiting around for someone else to ask the questions and then you'll find the answer, that's not taking full ownership of your learning process. that's learning, but it's not truly owning it and driving it into a direction that is meaningful to you. And if it's not very meaningful to you, chances are there will be very little transferability of all that you get in here outside into the real world. And transferability is what we're going for. It doesn't matter if you get an A in this course, if it doesn't empower you to somehow be more present, more mindful in your professional practice. And that's what this course is about. So for anybody who doesn't like the grade they got and the feedback that they got, first of all, please make sure you look at those rubrics. Every single person, except for the people who've had me before and have had to deal with me in my rubrics before, so they know it already, got a filled out rubric. It's there in the grade center. You have to click in to get it. So don't just look at the number. Please, I am begging you. I spend an inordinate amount of time trying to give you personalized feedback that you can work with. Now, on that, I want to add, you will probably see typos. And it's embarrassing and humiliating, but I'm still working off a bum arm. I broke my arm back in June. There's a big old bump here. And they put a grown-up cast on me for 15 weeks. And because I am such a munchkin, and I wear kids' clothes, and I shop at kids' stores, there's actually nerve damage on my left arm. And I'm in physical therapy, and every time I think I'm all good and no problem, it rears its ugly head. Tonight, while I was trying to finish giving the feedback on the journals, it got so bad. So I had to switch back to my text to speech, which doesn't always understand me, and I try and catch the mistakes. But there was one person I sent an email to, and I read it afterwards, and I tried to say, blah, 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 your analysis, and it typed urinalysis. So sorry to whoever thinks I'm getting a little personal. It wasn't me. Okay, so there we are. Total open book, very transparent to the urinalysis person. I am so sorry, so embarrassed. I'm as red as my shirt just thinking about it. But it is what it is. And we're in this together, guys. Education is a team sport. You're going to hear me say that 1,000 times. It'll haunt you till the day you go wherever we go. And that's it. So again, I'm an email away. Please, if you have any comments, questions, issues, ideas, or leftover chocolate, I'm not proud. I'll take it. Okay. See you online.